So when you talk about React.js, right? Okay. So first of all, today I will cover two topics. The first one, architecture, the basic thing, like the regular topic, like where we are going to work. Okay, architect. And second, we need to talk about React installation. Okay, if possible, we'll discuss about folder structure. Okay, these three topics we'll discuss today. First one, architecture. Second, React installation. Third, we need to talk about the folder structure. Okay. Yeah. So coming to architecture, of course, the regular thing, like we have client and server concept, right? Generally, what is the meaning of client? Browser. It's my browser side. You can call it browser side, or else you can call it client side, or else you can call it front end, maybe user interface, UI, you can call it UI, user interface. Everything this one only, like front end, browser side, client side. It can understand only HTML and CSS, JavaScript need to pass through the HTML, then browser understands. And of course jQuery, Bootstrap, Angular, React, these all are JavaScript and CSS frameworks. Okay, so it means client side you have only three technologies, and the rest of the technologies like jQuery, Bootstrap, Angular, React, Vue.js, Foundation, Skeleton, these all technologies developed any one of them, either on CS, either on JavaScript. So we are working on React, right? So our React going to work here. Means client side, UI side, front end, browser side. Okay, and it never communicate with the database. So it's my DB, and if you want to communicate with the database, there is no possibility. You can't communicate from client side to database directly. So we need to take the help of something that is web API or web services. You can call them web APIs, or else you can call it web services. Okay, these, to communicate with these web services, we are going to use server side technologies. So I'm going to highlight this in the violet color. What I'm highlighting in violet color, which is server side technology. This belongs to server side. Like you can use PHP, Java, Python, Node.js, Ruby, etc. We have many technologies. Okay, using any one of the server side technology, you can communicate with the database and you can create web APIs. Okay, so using client side technology, using React kind of technologies, we can communicate with the web APIs using React, and using React what we are doing, we are creating the UI. So this is my React job. React is client side one, first point, because it's browser side technology, client side, and using this we can create UI, like you can create the templates using React.js, and you can communicate with the web APIs. That is the main job of React.js. Okay, please note down this.
Hello.
Yeah. Who is that?
This is Nilakshi, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Neelesh. Yeah. Do you have any question?
Means for React, what will be the basic right now? Means from where we'll start?
Yeah, definitely. Already mentioned these three technologies you need to know before the React.js.
Yes.
Yes.
Sir, by any chance you have the notes of this React?
Notes. What?
Yeah, notes means like at the end of the lecture, means you have a complete set of the notes. What will be you teaching? That was I'm asking.
Yeah. The code what I'm going to train in this class, I will forward you.
Uh,
Yeah. I will give you my code.
okay.
Don't worry. Yeah.
No, sir. I was asking you about the whole complete session before only.
Before the session, you need.
The note. No. Before the session, in the sense, actually, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for an opportunity in my company itself. So I'm working on this React. So that's why I was asking if you have any notes.
You're already working, right, Neelakshi?
Yeah.
Do you know React already? So,
No, sir, I don't know, but they are going to put me on new project which is on for React. Means
okay.
which uses React. That's why I was asking if you have a notes.
No problem, Neelakshi. After the session, I can talk to you. I will talk to you because, I need to understand what you exactly want. Because you didn't see what I'm going to train now. So you have a lot of confusions. I can understand. So after completion of the session, I can talk to you. Okay?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So clear, right? So next, we need to understand the course content. What kind of things I will cover in this course? In this React course, already you understand with React what going to do. We are going to create the UI, and we are going to communicate with the API calls. This is our main job. Okay, and we have many usages, and I will tell you some of them using course content. Then you can understand what kind of content I will deliver in this course. Okay, so first of all, as I mentioned, these two topics. And third, I will talk to you about components. Okay, so what is the meaning of component? What is the use of component? For example, I give
Component module.
Nilakshi, do you have another problem?
No, sir, you was asking about component like what?
Okay, you're talking about component definition. Yeah, no problem. I will tell you.
Oh,
Yeah. For example, I given you a task to create 3 pages, for example. What are the 3 pages? Maybe, for example, it is my home page, and this my about page, and for example, it's my contact page. Okay, so you need to create navigation, right? You want to move from home to about, and about to contact. That kind of navigation you need to create. For that, you will take a nav bar. Okay, and it contains 3 buttons like home, about, and contact. Okay, so what you have to do now? You need to copy same code, paste here, right? And same way again you will copy and you will paste here. Generally, what is the problem here? You are duplicating the code. Like you are using you're written some code. You are not reusing the code. You are copy pasting the code. It means, for example, imagine if it is 200 lines of code. You copied the 200 lines here and you copied here also. So this is a very old technique. Now what we are doing, we are creating a component. We are creating the component. My component name is maybe header or navbar, whatever. Header or navbar. Okay, you can call this navbar part into 3 components. 3 pages directly. To this, and to this also. Means what you are doing? You are just calling the file, and the same code is going to dump here and here and here. So this is called reusability. Okay, so using this concept, we are going to create home component, and we'll create contact component, about component, and we are going to create 3 pages. We'll create single page. Maybe this may, for example, I create a app component. Into that app component, I will call this navbar, and if you move from home, for example, you want to display home. If you click on home, I will show home page, home component. If you click on about, what I will do? I will hide this home, I will show about component. If you click on contact, I will hide about and I will show contact. You understand? So how many components I am creating? App, navbar, home, contact, about. I created 5 components. I am not going to create 3 pages. And you will call your navbar here. If you click on home, I will show home. If you click on about, I will show about here. If you click on contact, I will show contact here. Means single page handling 3 pages logic. Okay, so this is called, you can call it SPA. SPA means single page application. Single page means you are not moving from one component to another you are not moving from one page to another page. You are just in the same page, and you are moving from one component to another component, and you are not reloading the browser. So it's definitely improves your application performance. For example, if you go to Gmail application, so it's reloading for the first time. Yeah, see, it's loading, of course. Yeah, once it loaded, and I just want to move one page to another page. See, it is not reloaded, but I moved from one page to another page because you have changed the URL according to you've taken these parameters and you've shown the relevant component. Okay, for this implementation we are going to use routing. We're using routing concept to develop SPA, single page application, and you are moving from one component to another component without reloading the browser. Okay, so this will improve your application performance. For that, what I'm going to do, I'm creating components, I'm reusing them. Now what is component? Component is a piece of HTML code, a piece of template. You can call it, this is a template and this is a template. A piece of HTML code, you can call it template. Okay, using components you can reusing the templates. Okay, and of course you understand about the components, right? We can create components in 2 ways. One is class based, second one is functional based. Okay, we can create component in 2 ways in React. One is class, second one is using function. But which is the best one? Obviously function is the best one, which is the latest one, and class is old logic. But even companies using class based components, some of the companies. So you need to have both the idea, like class as well as functional. So I will cover both the concepts in the course. I will cover class as well as I will cover functional concept kind of logics in the course. And after that, we'll jump into state and props concept. State means what? If you declare a variable, generally in any technology, if you're learning any technology, first of all, what you are going to learn? You will learn how to declare a variable, right? Because variables are building blocks of a programming. So using state and props, you can declare the variables. If you declare a variable with state, the scope of the variable within the component. State of the variable within the component, scope of the variable. Within component. It means, for example, just now we discussed Gmail example, right? Yeah. For example, here I'm trying to write something. For example, I just taken something. You assign this variable, this text to a variable. that variable scope belongs to this particular component. You can't access outside of this component. Okay, so that is the use of state. And coming to the props, props means incoming data of the component. Okay, you understand, right? State means what? If you declare a variable, you can access that variable within the component. You can't access outside of the component. But coming to the props, incoming data of the component. Okay, and fifth point, I will discuss with you about HTML topics inside React. Like we will create a table, we will create a list. Okay, and we will create a form, and how to get the data from the form, how to display the data in the form of table, in the form of list, and how to set up the links, etc. kind of things we'll discuss here. Okay, and we'll use events like on click, mouse over, mouse leave, mouse enter, on change kind of events we'll use in the HTML topics in the React. And later we'll discuss about some of the theory topics. Like here I am going to talk about virtual DOM. Okay, that is the strength of React. That's why React is performing well in the market. So we need to talk about virtual DOM. And you are writing HTML code inside components. Generally component is a JavaScript file. Generally JavaScript files will not allow HTML code, but you are writing HTML code because of JSX. So that kind of theory topics we will discuss here, like Babel, Webpack, many topics we'll discuss here. And next we will discuss some of the ES6 features. ES6 features like spread operator, rest operator, destructuring, and as well as of course you're using class based components, you're using class inside the JavaScript. That class invented in the ES6. In the ES5 you don't have class, and you have import and export kind of things you don't have in the ES5. So we will discuss ES6 features here. Then we will discuss life cycle methods. Life cycle methods. So generally, what is life cycle methods? For example, in human life, we have childhood, okay, and schooling, then college, then marriage, children, etc., etc. That is a flow. Same way, if any component, if it is created, if any component created, it having its flow. Like, clear? Or any problem? No, right? Yeah. It having its flow. Like every component created and it having some methods like mounting, updating, unmounting. We have different phases. We'll discuss that phases. This life cycle methods belongs to class based. Okay, and coming to the hooks, same life cycle methods in the functional we will call it hooks. Okay, and finally we'll jump into third party libraries. Third party libraries means, so till now I discussed with you about React library only. So this state, props, lifecycle methods, hooks kind of things, this all are belongs to React only. Okay, but I just want to use Bootstrap in React, or else I want to use and design in React, I want to use Redux, I want to use routing. So for that concept I need to install third party libraries from the internet. I need to install. So for that we need to talk about third party libraries. For that, what kind of libraries I will use? I will use Bootstrap for CSS, and I will use Material Design. I will use Anti-Design for CSS purpose. Okay, so we need to design, right, our application, our project. For that we need CSS frameworks. For that you can install Bootstrap, either you can install Material Design, either you can install Ant Design, you can install many more, but these three are very famous. Okay, and I will tell you about, already told you, routing part. For that I am going to install React Router DOM library. Okay, and we need to talk about Redux for state management. I will tell you what is the meaning of state management. Okay, what is state management? For example, just now I already told you. For example, this is my app component and it having two children. It having two children, like maybe for example products and services. Okay, and it having again some components like maybe mobile products, laptop products. Same way we have services. Maybe installation, maybe any repair kind of things. For example, I just want to do something, I want to pass something value from this component to this component. Okay, but there is no direct possibility, you can't pass the data from here to here. Then what have to do? You need to maintain a global store. You will pass the data from this component to this component. From here to here you can access the data. It means you are maintaining a global state directly. You can pass the data one component to another component. For example, you want to pass the data from this to this, it's very easy. But this to this, from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, it's very difficult, no? To overcome this problem, we are using a global state. We are maintaining a global state, single source of truth. We can call it single source of truth. Using this global state, you can pass the data from one component to another component. Okay, being a beginner or you don't know all these kind of concepts, I can understand. You can't understand everything, but when we are reaching each and every point, you can get the idea. I'm just giving you what kind of content I'm going to deliver in this course. I'm just telling you. Okay, and finally, we will discuss about a middleware that is Redux middleware. And in this, I will tell you Thunk and Saga. Thunk or Saga. You don't know Thunk and Saga, don't worry. I'm just telling you, I'm just introducing the terminology, what kind of things we have. If you understand, we are going to use Redux, means you can't pass the data from one component to another component. That's why we're using Redux. You need to understand up to that. And for example, what is the use of middleware? We are decreasing the burden on the Redux store. For that we are using a middleware, and for that middleware either you can use Thunk, either you can use Saga. In industry, foreign countries using Thunk a lot, and Indian companies using Saga. So depend on your company level, you need to work on Thunk or Saga. Any one of them, not on both. And the very important point, what is that? API calls. For that we'll use fetch method, as well as we'll use async and await. And we can use AxeOS library. We have many libraries to call APIs, but fetch is predefined method of JavaScript, and even async and await also JavaScript concept. And AxeOS is a third-party library. Using AxeOS you can call the APIs. Okay, so and finally I will call this APIs, I will place inside the middleware, and I will pass that data to the Redux. From that Redux you can distribute the data to the components. So this is oral your concept wise content, and finally we'll develop an application. We're going to develop an application that entire, for example, e-commerce kind of application. For that we need APIs, right? We need APIs. For that we'll use Node. Of course it's part of men, right? We'll go to the, after completion of the React, we'll jump into Node side and we'll discuss the Node kind of things. Then we'll communicate with the MongoDB and Express. Using that we'll get the data and we'll show the data in the React application. So this is our course content. Clear, or any doubts? Neelakshi, clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Yeah, any other? Clear, right? Yeah, of course. I know you can't understand all these concepts. At least you need to note down, and you need to, when we are completing the topics, you can understand, okay, this concept using for this purpose. Okay.
About the global access,
Glo-
state said that directly we can't access to it. So for that we need to create another component for global access to it.
Neelakshi, I can't hear you properly. I'm not audible.
Just a second.
Yeah, okay.
Are you audible now? Am I audible?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
So you just told that for means the global access is used, means global state is used to access the data from for different data, like for different component global access is used. So for that we need to create another component for global access, or it's inside the folder or something else. Can you clarify it?
No. Actually, for global, we will create some other files name called reducers. Okay. So in that reducer files, we'll store the data. That data we will supply, and that data comes from API generally.
Okay.
Data comes from API, and we will store that in the variable. Those variables place it inside the store name called reducers. Now I can't tell you all this kind of things, but try to understand. Redux is maintaining the state. That state having so many properties. Those properties maintained by the some functions name called pure functions from the reducers. Okay, those reducers are not components. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Anything, Neelakshi?
Not got.
Good. Okay. So this is your course content. Then we'll jump into the installation part. Okay. So we can't discuss folder structure and component creation today. I will tell you how to perform installation. Generally, if you're creating your HTML project, what you will do? You will create images folder, you will create CS folder, JS folder, like that, right? But if you want to work on React.js, first what you have to do, you need to create a project. If you want to create a project, we have many ways, but we are choosing a library name called create React app. This is a software, this is a library which creates your React application. My application name, for example, sample app. Okay, this is my project name. Don't write, just listen. So this is a software which creating my React project. Okay, but this is not available in my computer. You understand? I want to play chess game in my mobile, but there is no chess game in my phone. What I will do first? I will go to, I'm using Android phone, I will go to Play Store, I will install chess game, and then I will, same way, this software not available in my computer. I need to install it, and there is a space for this JS libraries. We have Play Store for Android applications, right? Same way for JavaScript library we have place that is called npmjs.com. Okay, for Python you have a place. What is that? In python.org you have libraries. You don't know about pip? Pip. In yes, that pip generally what it is doing, it will install third-party library into your application. For example, you need MySQL. Using pip you will install MySQL into your current Python application. Same way, here we have npm node package manager. This npm will install third-party libraries into your computer or into your project. So what we are talking now? We are talking about create React app. So this one. There is your create React app. So if you go into that, you have a command. What is that? npm install create React app. Using this, you can install create React app in your computer. Okay, but what is the purpose of this create React app? It will create React application. One-time purpose. Okay, so but no problem. Even this npm also not installed in my computer. Okay, so for example, you are talking about pip. Pip by default not installed in your computer. What you will do? You will go to the Python. If you install Python, with the Python pip will install. Same way, if you install some software that installs npm in your computer, that software name, can you guess? Node is a software. First of all, install this node into your computer. Okay, for that go to Node.js website, nodejs.org. Go here and try to install recommended version. Okay, after node installation, if you install Node.js will install 3 softwares into your computer. One is Node, second one is npm as we discussed, and the third one npx also. npm means node package manager. npx means node package extractor, or some people call it executor. Whatever, npm or extractor or executor, both gives you same meaning. So just now you seen, right? What is that command? npm, I stands for install. npm install create React app in your computer. Once it is installed in your computer, using this create React app, you can create project. But what is the use of this library? It creates a project, that's it. Okay, for single purpose, why I need to install in my computer? So instead of that, I am going with the second software. Using this software, what I am doing? I am extracting this library. One-time purpose. I am extracting it. It is extracted. It is created project. Once project created, it is deleted from your computer. So you are not installing it. You are extracting it. It is extracted and it is created project. After project create, it is disappear from your computer. There is no create React app available in your computer. So if you want to go with the installation, you can install it. So npm install create React app. After installation, you can use that software to create the project. That's it. Okay? Yeah. So, but this is the best way to create the project, and we created sample app. After creating the project, what I'm going to do, I will then go to the project, go into the project and execute a command, that is npm start. So even this is also a command. So you're executing two commands from the command prompt. One is npx create React app and project name, and second you're going into the project and you're executing npm start. So once the project started, automatically it will opens the browser automatically open, and in the browser, which is open with this URL automatically. This is the base URL. You can change the port even. You can change the port in the future, but only you need to execute two commands. First, install Node.js. Second, create the project, and third, start the project, and automatically your project will open in the browser. So I want to create my project on the desktop. So for example, I'm going into the desktop. Here I want to create my project. Generally you can open command prompt here, right? cmd yeah. So I'm in which folder? In the C drive, users folder, in the admin. I'm in admin folder. But I want to create project on the desktop. What you have to do? cd maybe desktop. I'm in the desktop now. So in this way you have to travel. But generally some people don't know about command prompt. So they don't know about cd means change directory kind of things, make a directory kind of things. So I will tell you simple technique. First of all, navigate to the folder. I want to create my project here. Remove this file path and type cmd command prompt. Command prompt to open with the desktop directly. And here, what is my command? npx create React app and my project name. For example, that is sample app or sample React app. So it's create a folder for me. So it's create a folder for me, and it installs a React library from the internet to my computer. Okay. It's created a folder on desktop because I just executed this command on top of the desktop. So in the C drive, users folder, admin folder, desktop folder, and it's created a folder for me, that is sample React app folder. In that it is installing React application. There is your sample React application. Go into this. Yeah, it's created package.json folder. I will tell you what is package.json, node models kind of things in the next class. So just try to create the project and try to open it on the browser. That's it. Okay. It's installing React, React DOM library, React scripts kind of libraries.
Sorry for the disturbance.
Yeah, we have.
Sir, I have one doubt here. npx you are using, right?
Right.
It's installed in your machine.
Sorry?
First you need to install npm, right?
Right. That's my point. You install Node.js, right? This node by default installs Node, npm, and npx also.
I think you didn't install the npm, right? Directly you are running
No, no.
Already installed it.
You are already installed Node.js. Uh, I told you no to install this Node.js. If you install this node, if you that is my first point. No, try to install Node.js from the official documentation, from this from the
Yeah,
official website.
I'm just asking.
Hmm.
Your mission is already installed.
Yes, I installed Node.js already.
Good.
Yes, I installed already. Yeah, yeah, good, good. If you want, you can check your the basic commands like I will show you. I already installed Node.js in my computer, so I'm going to check Node-v. V stands for version. It gives me Node version. I installed 18.15.0. That is the latest version of the Node.js. Okay, and even you can check the npm-v also. That is gives you npm version, and as well as you can check the npx version also. Yeah, really good. Yeah. So it's
So is it compulsory to use it in C drive, or we can change it?
no, no, no. There is no need. But my I'm using my drives for the project, so that I'm creating the project on the desktop. So
Okay.
there is no need to create the project in C drive. You can create anywhere.
Like the CMD is in C drive, it's in C drive, no, right?
No, actually, you can open your command prompt anywhere in the computer, not in the C drive.
Okay.
You can open. Just go to the folder. You just go to any folder,
We
which
just
is
need to select the path, right?
you just remove the path and type cmd command prompt to open with that particular folder, any folder, any drive, any folder, any drive, and you just execute your commands. Okay.
Because C drive usually it hangs, because other things are also in C drive.
But no need, no need. So in my computer, I am using my drives for other purpose, so that I am choosing my desktop to create the React projects. That's it.
Okay, so sure.
Okay, it's almost installed. In the desktop, sample React application SB project. Actually, today my computer, maybe because of internet, I think it's a bit slow. Generally, it will take 3 to 5 minutes, not more than that. 3 to 5 minutes. It's taking a lot of time. So after the installation, go into the project. It means open your command prompt inside the project. Here, remove the file path and open your command prompt here. And execute that command. What is that? npm start. So generally it's not created. Once it's created, you can see many folders here, many files. After that, try to execute, because it's still downloading node models, I think. So node models, it's download almost 850 node models is downloaded. That's why it taken time. And those models downloaded from the internet. And you need to understand single point. What is that? To create the project, you need internet. Once the project is created, you don't need internet. if you want to install, that's my point. Here the work of create React app is to create the project, one time purpose. Unnecessarily you're installing in your computer, meaning it's not that much meaning. So see, I will tell you two steps here. First one, cmd, that is also command. Using npm you can install globally to the all the users. What is that? Create React app. So now you're installed that create React app in your computer. So that next command is what? This one. Now you don't need npx because it's already installed in your computer. You can go with any one of this method. You understand? Either you can go with these two steps, either you can go with the one step.
Okay. So is there any, if I select the first app,
Sorry?
So sir, it's like we can create it by using our command prompt also, and otherwise it's have in the React there is a command prompt inside the app. Is it right?
Command prompt in app. No.
No. Command prompt like workspace is there behind the means.
You're talking about VS Code, right? No?
No, not about VS Code actually. Sir, what I am is like I have a visual idea about it that like an Angular, right?
Okay.
There in Angular there is a working space, and similarly like there we can in Spanish we have an npm. We use npm models.
See, coming to Angular, even I don't know how you install Angular, but you can install Angular using npm also.
Yes.
Okay, but there are that's my point. To create React application, we have many ways. You can install React using create React app. You can install using Next.js. You can install using many ways, not only single. In that, the most useful way is create React app. For that, I am using it.
Okay, so sir, right now which is better way to use means first or second one?
Yeah, that's my point. There is no, there is no issues. Only one issue is what? Unnecessarily you are installing create React app in your computer. So this create React app, for example, if you are installed Photoshop in your computer, for example, your computer slow down, then what will happen? You will go and uninstall, right? Same way, you install create React app in your computer. It's occupies some space in the C drive. So my point is, unnecessarily you are installing create React app in your computer. So go with the second step. Using this, what you are doing, you are directly extracting it, and it is extracted, it's created project. So no need to install this in your computer. For example, you want to try both, you can try, but no need. It never.
Create React app. The app will be created and the space will be occupied.
You're talking about this, right?
No, upper one, that
The first one.
Unnecessary one. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, in if something installed in your computer, definitely it is occupies some space, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. That's my point.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, your project created. The project created. What is the suggestions it's giving? Go to your project. CD means change directory. Go to your project and start it. So already I am inside the project. Okay, and I am executing npm start, which starts your application and which opens in the browser automatically with the port 3000.
So how we will get to know if it's working on which port? The 3000 is the default port, and
Right.
if we want to customize the port, is it?
Yes, you can give hyphen port and you can mention the port number.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's opening in the browser. It choose your default browser and it will open with the local host :300 and it is your first React project. Okay, so it will open and you can see this. What is this? It's starting a development server. Okay,
Oh, Papa.
what is the meaning of development server? If you do modifications in the code, if you modify anything in the code, if you save it, automatically it will reload your browser. Okay, your modification directly reflect on the browser. If you're chosen any editor, if you modify the code and if you save it, automatically your browser will reload and it will show the modifications. Usually it will not take this much of time, but my computer is a bit slow today. Internet slow ఉందా ఇక్కడ? No idea. Yeah. So I'll send you this file. Okay. So go through this documentation and try to understand what are the things we are going to discuss in the future classes, and create your first project and execute this command. It automatically opens on the browser, but it's taking more time today, but it will not take more than 2 minutes. Okay, and this folder structure we'll discuss in the next class. So what are the node modules, public folder, src and package.json, and is inside src some files. We have index.html, and in src we have index.js, app.js. We'll discuss all these files, then we'll create the components. Okay, have any question, online people? Ramanjulu, your voice is not that much audible. Please speak loudly.
How much days it will take to complete the course?
Sorry?
He is asking that how much days it will take to complete the course.
How many
Time
days?
duration is asking.
How many days, right?
Yeah.
Maximum 35
Yeah.
days. Maximum 35 days.
Okay.
Yeah. Me-
I think you were going to explain the real-time project structure as well, like how.
Definitely, Ramanjana. Without real-time project, if you're learning React meaningless, definitely I will tell you real-time project. Real-time means the e-commerce application, like authentication, like login registration and adding products, removing products, and cart, etc. Yeah.
So I'd just like to ask you.
Yeah, Nilaksh.
Like right now, I have a full stack experience of Java as well. I have an experience about Angular. Again, it
Okay.
will be adding the React. So, as a fresher React, so what would be the expected package?
So, be fresher, right? Being fresher, right?
In front end only, means in React only.
Okay. Fresher, you can expect 2.4 to 5. Only with React with UI.
Okay. 2.4 to 5.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I want to work as front end and back end
Mm.
for So how much it could be? And means I have a 2 years of experience in Java as a backend.
You have
developer, full stack
experience,
backend.
right? Then don't worry about the don't treat you as fresher because you have already experience. They
Yes.
will never treat you as fresher in the front end. They will treat you as full stack developer, and they will consider your 2 years of experience. Definitely you can expect, you can ask 7, 8 to 10, you can ask like that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Nilesh.
Thank you, sir.
No issues. So guys, this is your first React project, and they're asking, right, React suggesting to edit app.js, but you don't know why to choose this file. We will discuss in the next class. Okay, take care guys, bye bye. చాలా టైం అయింది.